Florian and Feneth, two teammates last tournament. Today they're going at each other, head to head, different teams from last time. They were this big wrecking crew. They almost made the finals, and now they've parted ways. There might be a little bit of a. This might be a little bit of a grudge match, you could say. Feneth once again, he consistently has these crazy eco KDs. His style is so aggressive.
Oh wow, no, RC is gonna lose a bill. RC is gonna lose a bill here. He's gonna lose a second bill. He's gonna lose a second bill. That's two bills.
Ooh, a weak bill. 3 bill kills with only a third of scout HP gone. Shiba is losing. They have 3 bills or scouts together. Shiba's gonna lose his whole wood line. So I love what Meisel did here. He made them all kind of like overreact to it. They lost their forward position. They're getting the walls up behind it. They have way more villagers, way more army. This is like 2.5 militia's game right now.
Is BC totally dead?
I am the party gonna go.
If that's the start of what's to come, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a fun tournament. What is up, guys? Back again. Round 2 of the Swiss stage for Summer Slapdown 2. I'm Spencer. I'm here. We're doing things a little bit different today. I got Rob Mayhem.
What's up?
And I also have Havoc.
Yo, what's up?
Now today, they're going to be the casters. I'll be between games and some stuff here and there, Civ Draft, but I am not casting today. So, this should be fun. We're going to have the Rob Havoc combo. Looks like they're figuring out the map pool right now. They did the wrong thing. Let me see. How the... How did you get in here, Meisel?
I think he has the role.
I didn't... Okay, I blame Bob. He changed some stuff recently. How's it going,
Oh
Meisel?
no, he does not have the role.
That's what I mean. How the heck did you get in here? The channel is unlocked. Wow, okay. I need to fix that then.
Lock the channel, quick! Lock the channel. Before more people come.
Private channel.
They
There
already
we
have
go.
so many casters.
Anyone could pop in. Okay, Meisel, if you want to get back into your room with your teammates. Thank you, Meisel. That was Bob's fault. Bob, if you're out there. Nah, it's fine. You sent wrong draft pool? Okay, hold on, guys. What did oh, did I not do round 2? Maybe that's what happened. Whoopsie. I'm just gonna update the map draft real quick. By the way, today we have the Icelandic Seal Clubbers against 2.5 Militia. I totally... Oh, wait, they got that right. So it's a Civ Draft that's wrong. 1 second. What did I gift them? Let's see. Must have put the wrong one in the channel. We have the right one on the screen. Now, one of these teams had a reverse sweep last week. The 2.5 Militia. That was Florian's team. The other team kind of had an easy set, you could say. They weren't very tested, Finnith's team. For those that don't know, Finnith and Florian, or French Kiddo, they made a big run last tournament during the Spring Slapdown. They almost made the finals. They were a super strong team. I'd say they were top 3, like the 3rd best team last tournament. They've parted ways. So they are not together anymore, but they are facing each other. So I think more than anything, they both want to win because you want to feel like you made the right decision. I went to the better team. You see this in other sports too. When teams split up, is this draft working for them or not?
I'm just excited to see Meisel kill Faneth. That's what I want to see.
You want Meisel to kill Fanith?
Yeah.
I know Meisel got lamed last week. And
It doesn't matter if Meisel gets lamed. He'll still make the entire tech tree and make it look easy.
Right, he got lamed by Devar, and he still killed him. So maybe Finnith lames him and Meisel still kills him. Okay. I'm gonna pop in there real quick. I don't know why they're not getting into the Civ draft. I have the link in the channel. I want to make sure it's working.
Arabia!
Oh, what's up, guys?
Yo, what's up?
Is that draft link working in the pregame?
No.
Yeah, no, it's working now.
No, it doesn't work.
Wait.
Are you trolling me, or like, can you join?
No. Acclivity,
So the
North
latest.
Dakota, and Arabia.
Okay, I got that for the maps, but the map draft, the Civ draft,
Oh, sorry.
Spencer just posted it. Like a
in the
minute ago.
pregame. I must have gave you the wrong link earlier. Is that good to go? I don't see anything happening on the screen.
Well, it looks fine to me.
Like, can you guys
But I'm just
join?
spectating as a guest.
Can you guys join, host, and guest, or is the link like broken?
It looked like you could, from my end at least.
Does someone want to try?
No.
I'm doing
Finish?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
I'm
it's
not
good to
trying
go.
that.
Okay. Cool. Good luck,
So
guys. I'm
Finnith?
going back to the casting booth.
Yep. Bye-bye. Here we are, ready to go.
Alrighty. The link is working.
Well, I was just saying as well, I got confused by that name. Is it Islandic Seal Clubbers? Because I thought it was Icelandic.
I think it is Icelandic.
I thought it was Icelandic too.
Because it's...
Who's saying it's Islandic?
Well, the stream title, and then the chat name for them as well.
Are they spelling it wrong? How do you spell Icelandic?
It should be ICE.
Wow. They spelled their own name wrong. And the maps, it's not the gentleman's, it's the Icelandic Seal Clubbers. They picked Arabia. Wait. This isn't right.
So they are going to be starting
opener-
with Acclivity.
Hold on, the
And
opener
then their
is
home map
Acclivity.
is Acclivity.
Yeah, this is not the right map draft. I'm gonna have to tell them to
But
do
can't
another.
they pick the map again?
No, you cannot pick the map in that round. BRB.
More than
That's the wrong map draft, guys.
Civ draft, you mean?
Map draft. The opener is Acclivity.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
We already,
Yes, we know. I mean,
But you
we
guys,
already need a big new one.
they picked Acclivity.
we
You
know
guys,
this,
oh, you
Spencer.
guys got a new one. Okay, give me the link for the new one, because on stream we have the wrong one.
You have the right one.
I sent you the right one.
Thank you, Finnith.
Yeah, no problem. So let's see. It's not Dakota, Arabia, and
That's better. Okay, guys.
Map. because they don't have a lot of food in their base, so they are forced to go to those rivers, and there's not really been a meta established for it.
That's true. There's so many unknowns with Valley Fort. I'm not sure if Valley Fort has been played like at a very, very competitive level, like at the top. I haven't
don't
seen
think
any
so.
games being played on that map, but would definitely be very interesting because, like, how much do you commit to the militias? And how much is Field Age worth?
Yeah.
It's definitely a map where some big upsets could happen, like low-rated teams beating higher-rated teams just because they had a better time spamming militia.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Does seem like Militia is necessary on that map. I think if you don't make them at all, you just die. Get no food, and you're sad.
It is
But then again, a
luck-based
few
to a degree
archers
as
are
well.
like super strong, right?
Yeah.
Get like more than 5 of them. Like,
We've seen double scouts, quite powerful on it because you just have so much food. It was banned and so was Donut. So they don't want to play the weird maps. These teams are done with Donut apparently.
Meisel's team is.
Is there any Civ draft yet? There probably is.
Asking the real questions.
There is a Civ draft. And I will drop it in chat, general on Discord right now.
Interesting bands. Tatars, Huns, Berbers. Then on the other side, Franks, Mongols, Ethiopians. Very interesting bands, in my opinion.
And to get Britons and Khmer. That's a come up. Now, something I know, because I heard last week that Meisel was in control of the draft. Seeing the Goth's second pick tells me Meisel is probably in control of the draft. That is a Meisel Civ.
Yeah, but also with Natsukotra being picked as a potential map to play on, I feel like Goths could be strong.
Do you think they need to
Because-
be picked this early?
It depends on how
yeah,
much they're thinking
that's
on
the
it.
thing. Like if they pick Goths, like as their 5th or 6th Civ, then that would make more sense because there's some good flank Civs to be picked. Like look at the Icelandic Seal Clovers. They picked Britons, Khmer, Mayans. I think because you have 2 flanks, you rather want to have the good archer civs first, right? Or the good
Yeah.
flank civs, I should say.
I think so. There's not a lot of them, and they've got 2 S tier. I would almost call Britain's S plus tier. If there was such a thing for civs.
Without a doubt, Britons are amazing.
And Khmer.
Britons are a very strong civ, but I would also argue that Britons could actually be weaker than a lot of civs, like Ethiopians or even Saracens who get thumb ring. Because once you have masses of about 20 knights on each side and about 30 crossbow on each side, the civ that has thumb ring, if they have the upgrade, will easily dominate the fight. So while Britons are very, very strong, they may not be the strongest in every matchup you see on the field.
That's a good point. And I know last tournament Ethiopians was like the top win rate for the flank civs. Even when there was Britons.
Ethiopians are incredible.
Yep.
Portuguese pick from Meisel's side.
Looks like they went with all their archer civs first. Khmer could be both ways, but I assume that's also a flank.
I would guess that Khmer would be a pocket. Especially if they're home, because they picked home map as Natsukotra.
That's
So
why
if they lose,
oh.
Khmer farms on Natsukotra. That extra eco bonus when you're basically on 1 TC is very nice.
That's a good point. I was thinking the flank because they can get up so quick also on Natsukotra, but yeah, the farms for the pocket They're huge either one. Pocket or front on
Either
that
way,
map.
yeah. There's Malay.
Dev wants to see Aztecs get stolen from Meisel's team. And Meisel always
Oh,
goes
that would be so
Aztecs.
funny. Yeah, if we don't see Aztecs next, like,
He loves Incas too. But yeah, okay, so Vikings is Meisel, Goths is Meisel. What are the pockets? Oh, Bulgarians and Magyars? That's very interesting to even go Bulgarians early.
I think Bulgarians can be really good on not Socotra.
You think like maybe
Yeah.
buy a Krepost? That could be good.
I'm thinking about the Man at Arms.
Yeah,
It hit
like
so
Men at
early.
Arms.
And later on
Uh,
though, they could buy a Krepost. It's pretty expensive to buy a castle. But
I think if you would go out of your way to buy that much stone, you might as well buy a castle because then you also
Yeah.
get to make traps. Like then you're
oh,
stuck with this
that's
stupid ass crib post. Like,
that's a good point.
yeah, like great. Now I can make some conics from this one building.
Right.
Can't upgrade them though.
I can't even upgrade them to elite yet.
Chinese. What was it? It was not Socotra and Arabia?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Chinese could be decent on not Socotra. Even if you get lamed, there's like a crap load of deer.
I would say Chinese is always strong as long as the player knows the early game for them.
And this is the first time we're seeing Acclivity this tournament. It wasn't played at all. It was the only map not played last round. And now we all have to play it, every single team.
So Aztecs weren't picked at all, but we get Byzantines. I think we could have guessed Byzantines as well.
Yeah, I think Meisel's going Goths, Japanese, Vikings. He does like Portuguese, but who knows?
Portuguese have the discounted monks, right? It's pretty good.
Yeah. The draft tells me that Meisel was the captain or the drafter, though. Just looking at those picks. There's no way it was someone else. I heavily favor the Icelandic Seal Clubbers draft. I think they got much better stuff. They have good pocket civs. They have amazing flank civs.
On paper, I do agree with you.
Yeah, I think 2.5 Militia got outdrafted here, but then again, like you have a player like Meisel, and he always plays these civs, so yeah, you never quite know what to expect.
And he's worried that he's like not gonna get them oftentimes. They may really want Goths for something, so they just took it early.
What's well, knowing that like one of the players can't help himself but rush every game, I think their draft makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think if you like, if I didn't know that this was like 2.5 Militia's draft, I would think like, what the hell is going on here?
Right.
Yeah, you could almost guess that this is their draft, even if you didn't know.
If you had to blind guess whose draft that was, 100%.
Like, this would be the only team you would be able to guess.
The only other team
It's gonna
maybe
be...
is Tapwater's team, because him and Meisel like similar civs. But yeah, this has Meisel written all over it.
Yeah, Tapwater has a similar tick, where he just, like, he makes the barracks, he hears the barrack noise, and he just thinks like, damn, it's time to keep some militia.
Wait, what is going on? Age of Empires is not letting me connect to multiplayer services. What the hell? Let me restart.
Doesn't look like the lobby is up yet.
Are you guys are in Age of Empires and it's working fine?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for the lobby to go live.
We may have to share one of your guys' screens for this.
I do not have capture age.
Neither do I.
I was gonna be the cameraman, Zumpy, but apparently, what the heck? Now Age isn't even opening. What's going on?
Restart Steam.
Yeah, I'm trying
Like,
that right
this is
now.
rare bug where like your Steam profile will show that you're like playing Age of Empires 2, but like game never boots on your end.
Steam is something's being weird with Steam. I think you're right. Let's just close it.
Okay, well, Freaking Phil's offering help, so if you need that, then I'm not sure that's necessary right now. I think
Yeah, this may be a
the odds
simple
are pretty
fix.
high that restarting Steam fixes it.
That's what I'm guessing. Okay. Steam is working. Good call, Cheap. We are good to go. By the way, today is my birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, bro.
Feels good. Gonna go get some food with my brother later. And then go to work.
That's amazing, and you get this set on your birthday.
And this was the game I looked
Like
at.
this is definitely an interesting game because of the pretty recent rivalry between the French Kiddo and Fandom.
Right.
Alrighty, the lobby is appearing now.
This is the one I wanted to see out of all the games. When I looked at the list, I'm like, this game. And it's the first one. When I saw it scheduled, I was like, oh, hell yes. What a great birthday present. Sing for him. Thanks for the happy birthday, guys.
What's the game called, Rob? Or is
Just
this
search
lobby?
Slap.
I always
search
put
Slap.
Slapdown. He actually spelt it Sommer. Slapdown.
Well, yeah, he's German.
Yeah, he's German.
Now, he may need to rehost. Where does Titanic Lord live?
He's from the US.
This is a UK server, UK West, and it should be East.
Why should it be East when most of them are European?
Oh, you know what? He's the only one that isn't. Okay, you know what? This is an exception.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's East when I play because I'm like way on the West, but yeah.
No,
Actually
I
makes
think
Okay,
sense.
I will have to use the dashboard to find this game.
If you type in just Slapdown, no spaces, does it come up in the lobby browser?
I just typed in Slap and it comes up for me. Everybody is in the lobby now. Meisel's Pocket?
There's no way.
No, I'm
Estraba,
joking.
okay. Estraba had a monster game last week to win the Arabia. Meisel was big too. Don't get me wrong, they both kind of carried that game. And French Kiddo died, but Tapwater died, so it kind of was just a 2v2. That's what we're saying. Where's the Aztecs? Has Meisel ever not picked Aztecs? Gonna hover over the Elos. A lot of them aren't actually loading. Okay, they're getting there.
And Clemens Pocket as assumed.
Estraba is the highest. 1916. I think Feneth is next for the other team, for the ISC.
Alright, they all have their colors set, so I'm guessing that we'll be able to start spectating very shortly.
They got the colors.
And there it is under spectate.
All right, thanks, Rob. All right, you guys take it away. I will be here in between games.
Well, looks like my game might have frozen when I tried to click spectate.
Okay, tell me when you guys are in the game.
My age froze when I tried to spectate, so I'm gonna have to restart here.
How about you, Spencer?
I am here. I got the screen shared. I want to watch for lames, but I'll let you guys take over now.
Once my game loads in 10 years.
So Asia B picked Malian's pocket. That's really interesting. That's a strong civ. He's facing Clemens as Hindustanis. We have Han Solo on one flank. And we have the French Kiddo, which is actually kind of a funny matchup here.
I do really like that they have the Malians matched up against Hindustanis, as Malians do have the option for camel, which sometimes when you're picking a pocket civ like Lithuanians, you're not going to have an access to camel or anything. So when the Hindustanis get a lead, and if you lose your knight numbers, you're not really going to be able to come back from that.
Yeah, that's correct. But also, I think Clemens picking Hindustanis just puts a bigger emphasis on his flanks to do well. Like if one of the flanks falls behind, then all you have is camels. So it will be very hard for you to take a good fight.
That's a good point as well.
Like if the opposing pocket is like fully walled and stuff, especially when he has TCs down, yeah, what are you really gonna do? Like there's nowhere to be. So that's always a little bit of a downside of picking a camel civ as your pocket.
Yeah. And
But
on the left side,
sometimes they can be really, really strong, especially if one flank is ahead. Then the knight player might feel very useless against a horde of camels.
yeah, that is a good point. And I do like how the flank civs have also matched up, because you have your discounted archers on the left side of the map between the Portuguese gold discount and the Mayan discount.
So Fenner tried to snipe this Vil from Meisel. But he actually took a few shots from the TC. I don't think Fenner was able to lane a whole lot here. Looks like Meisel has all his stuff.
Alrighty, I'm loading in myself now to be able to have a look around the map.
What's the cameraman looking at?
Nothing. He's looking at a dog. Oh, he's watching. Esteba's board is going to go back if he doesn't notice. That board lure is going to be a little bit late.
Okay, so French Kiddo goes for the Vil snipe attempt on Clemens' wood line. I don't think this is going to work. Okay, and he backs off. Okay, and this is the moment most players will be clicking up. So Meisel and Vaneth are the only ones that haven't clicked yet, so maybe all this laming damaged them both.
Here's
equally.
Meisel's rush.
The rush is incoming.
Faneth
This
successfully
is a,
walls
this is a
Seville.
nice timing
Oh,
for
but they
Dredge to
break
hit.
in. That is a very nice
But
timing.
it's very close to the TC. I think Faneth can
It
actually
is.
fight this a bit. As long as he pulls back his fills in time.
Oh, and that one Vil. Oh, is
That
he gonna get
one
with the
Vil,
scout?
yeah.
Sacrificing your scout to get the kill. I'm not sure if that'll be worth it, but the scout was already low HP.
Yeah, and he's playing against Chinese. Like, there's at least one more Vil to snipe. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be about the follow-up. Like, who will have like the archer or the army lead after this?
Oh, and the French kiddo snipes a Vil with his feudal scout.
Okay, that's great. Well, at least French Kiddo keeps his scout alive.
Yeah.
And he's playing on the other flank, so as long as his side is fine, he can like take a bit of a hit here.
For sure. From Han Solo, we have the 2 archery ranges going down right away, and French Kiddo only has 1. So we could see the French Kiddo getting outmassed here early.
Oh yeah, now you mention it. Like I think the double range approach is definitely preferred here.
French Kiddo with only 1 Vil on gold as well. Now he's getting a second range, but this
Yeah,
build order
he should
is
have delayed
rough.
the walls a little bit. Like, bro, just get the second range up. Also, no fletching inside. Like, and he
No,
needs to send
not
more
for
to
a
gold
while.
quickly because he wouldn't even be able to produce from a single range at this rate.
Han Solo
Meanwhile,
here.
Han Solo has the res, he has the eco balance, but he's getting housed. So
Yeah,
it's a little bit unfortunate.
doesn't
but-
have the blacksmith, but he's doing fine. The other side, Faneth, he has both of his ranges down, and the eco balance is getting there. With those large walls, he's going to be idling his TC for a long time. 4 Vils on berries is not enough.
I think
to
this is a bit of a
sustain
disaster game for Faneth. I mean, he doesn't even have the 5 on food to produce fills.
it. Nope. And also, if you look at the overall Vil counts, Faneth is only at 20 here. Meisel's already at 25. He already has a 5 Vil lead.
That's insane.
And there's not even a blacksmith for Faneth, and I don't see how he gets fletching before Meisel. Because Meisel's, he's getting the blacksmith down, he has the res in the bank.
Yeah, Meisel's eco balance behind this has been way better, it seems.
He's also getting Town Watch here. That could actually save him. Town Watch is
Yeah, I approve.
this early.
I think it's okay.
This early is a little rough before fletching, but it is a very, very good upgrade to have. Han Solo here now with 9 archers, but he's not going forward yet. He hasn't even built a blacksmith yet. French Kiddo is building a market, and he does have his blacksmith. And he does
I wonder
have
what the
fletching.
market is for, because he doesn't really have anything but stone to sell.
He's going heavy on gold. He's going to try to abuse this market.
That's interesting.
And it looks like Clemens was able to get a Vil pick on Estraba. Looks like he broke
Yeah, I'm
through
looking
the
at it now.
house.
I think this is the moment you just leave. Ah, he's gonna
Yeah,
look
but
for
I
more
think
damage.
he
Okay.
is. No, I think he's. Oh no, he is still open by the gold there. So
Yeah,
he could leave if he
he
wanted
could have
to.
left, but he chooses. He's hungry for blood. He wants another fill.
Yeah, there's
Before
only
he
one
goes
more
home.
weak Vil on a farm there. And Estraba has walled it in now.
And now he's walled in.
And Faneth is going forward to Meisel's base, and we're talking about the eco balances, and Meisel, I think he just forgot to produce units because his army... Oh no, he's at Faneth's base, killing the berries. That's 2 Vils down on Faneth's berries.
Oh wow, that's
So
that's
Meisel's
a really
gone
interesting
forward.
play.
Yeah.
I guess Faneth would have been in big trouble if he didn't have these walls.
Yeah, and now
Then
Clemens
again,
is
maybe his
actually
position
just...
would have looked better if he just didn't go for them.
Clemens is just buying time in Estriba's base, keeping some of his army there. So they're able to double Meisel, but Meisel already has his skirms. He doesn't have the armor yet, but it is coming in. And it looks like the French Kiddo and Meisel are both going to be going to Clemens at the same time here. Han Solo following, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to catch it.
The forward army of Meisel is heading over to Clemens' base, but Clemens is fully walled.
Yeah. And Faneth is
But
heading
that's gonna
over to
be
Estriba.
a bit of a pain. Oh, the trading scout HP here. The Clemens has just way more scouts here.
Does he though?
I guess he no longer
it's
has.
evened
He
out.
just threw these two.
And
Little bit of
still remember that Estriba has those 5 scouts inside of his own base that have been chasing it.
This might be a bit of an issue. They don't
Meisel's
really
little
know
army
much
there,
about
they could
Meisel's army.
They could clean that. Meanwhile, at home, it looks like Han Solo has saved Clemens from the French Kiddo. On the other side, Meisel's attacking a house. Those people in the house don't deserve to live, apparently. And Faneth here is going to get
It's going to be
cleaned.
hard for him to find any damage here.
Oh, maybe
And
not.
ACP really can't fight this army on his own.
No. Meisel is sending more archers. Looks like the French Kiddo is about to click up, and that is way before Han Solo.
Okay, and they're in now. It's Clemens and Faneth.
Yep.
And they really want to damage ACB. They've seen in the previous sets maybe that like this guy doesn't die easy, and he will carry late game.
Yep, and it looks like he is going to clean up Faneth slowly here, but he will get the victory.
He will clean this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Very good position.
I guess he could still use some help from these archers from Meisel.
Meisel's saving the one
okay,
build.
Faneth stop microing these. Some nice house walls.
Yeah, and Meisel is still being annoying by Faneth's base.
Ooh, and he just got walled out.
Oh,
So-
he did.
He will have to look again where to do damage.
Faneth losing another Vil.
Meanwhile, on the other
Two
side, we have
more
a bit of a
vills.
fight between Han Solo and the French Kiddo.
We do.
Ooh, and there's too many archers here.
Yeah. But I just want to point out real quick here, Meisel has a 10 Vil lead on Faneth almost.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like I
But,
said pregame here that I wanted to see Meisel kill Faneth, and honestly I didn't think it would happen, but it's...
So, believe it or not, French Kiddo is up first with a
He
21-minute
is.
cast time. He has about 16 archers, 17 archers now.
Yeah,
Seems to be
triple
crossbowmen.
range already.
While Han Solo only just clicked right now. Like, he has a massive army lead, but there's not that much he can do now.
Nope. And Han Solo does only have those 2 ranges, so that army lead that he has is going to be dwindled.
So the question is that does French Kiddo go to pocket, or is he gonna attack his flank first? I think he should have just had his archers already near pocket space.
Clemens will be up before Estriba. Looks like it may be just double stable from both.
I'm pretty certain we will see double stable. HB had to spam a lot of scouts to stay alive there.
Yes.
I'm not surprised he's a little bit behind.
Looks like Faneth and Meisel are going to have very, very similar Castle Age times. Now, the French could have got up to Castle Age first here by a long shot. But what's he doing with it?
He hasn't really done all too much with it. Like, he should not be afraid of the pocket player, because he can't even make knights.
He
Like,
also
this is
shouldn't be afraid
exactly
of that tower.
why I don't really like camel sieves as pocket. Like, if your flanks fall behind like this,
Yeah.
it's almost nothing you can do. So if French Kiddo went to pocket instead, he could have done so much damage. And Clement's
might
completely
just
unable to
decide
defend
to do
himself,
that.
right? So he needs Han Solo at that point, or Faneth, which is not gonna happen. In the meantime, Clement's killing some of Maisel's archers here before they turn into crossbowmen. Always nice.
Yeah.
And we're seeing 2TC, 2 stable from
Oh,
Clemens.
there's a hole in Han Solo's base. The crossbows are in.
Oh god. Yeah, that's not what you can use.
But here, I
guess-
think the numbers. He's gonna have to leave.
Yeah, his time window is over. Now Han Solo is on even footing. He can retreat back onto the hill. Surely, he can be a bit annoying.
Yeah.
But,
Estraba is
the longer he
going
stays out here, the bigger the odds are that like Pocket will just show up with a ton of cav to clean it up.
Lemons is going straight to Estraba's base with the camels, and I think that is the right play here. Because even though the camels may not have the most damage to kill other army, they do have that bonus damage to buildings, so Estraba will lose this stable here. But he is repairing it now.
Yeah, HB needs one of his flanks to bail him out here. I think it would have made a lot of sense to have French Kiddo show up here and go camels yourself.
But instead, French Kiddo is hitting the back of Clement's base. He is going to get hit in here shortly, and he could do a lot of damage because, as you pointed out, those camels will not do well against the crossbows. But he has deleted for Han Solo to come in here to save him.
I think
French Kiddo
Han
has done
Solo did a great job realizing that this guy went to Pocket because he's already here. He's like,
Yep.
Sure, it's some idle time, it hurts, but French Kiddo losing a lot of army here is probably worse for them.
French Kiddo looks like he's just been ecoing at home, and now, just now, he's coming back to his crossbows. War.
I think he's a little bit stressed out. Like I saw a bunch of misclicks in that retreat. I think
Yeah.
he clicked the palisade wall there. He lost most of his army for free there.
Yeah, but he is back at Estraba's base to help bail him out against these camels.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good play.
Yeah, because Faneth also came there, and that was stalling out the repair on the stable.
So what is Maisel doing right now? Oh guys, look at Maisel.
Forward town center.
Forward down center. He's feeling good about this game and he's ramming his way through Vaneth's base. Vaneth, nice response, making his own siege workshop. So if Maisel is quick enough with this, he can do a lot of damage. But as soon as the first and the second Mangonel comes out, okay, Vaneth queued up a Scorp. What is he doing? What is he doing? Make a Mangonel, please.
Yeah.
Okay, he's making a Scorp first, but as soon as like the first... Okay, he cancelled the Scorp, he made a Mangonel. Thank God, because a Mangonel will make it very tricky for Maisel to get anything out of this push. And it's just going to be about the Mangonels.
As Clemens has gotten quite a few camels.
That's a lot of camels. HB is here to help. But,
French Kiddo is as well. I think the three of them will be able to clean them up here.
I think it's time for Clemens to just bail Clemens. Just get the fuck out of here. Okay, he takes a bit of an engagement here. That's alright. I do think that Clemens should try to run away. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, if he is to lose all the
that will be
camels,
another
they're
moment to fight. This is clearly not it. There's 3 armies here.
Yeah. Oh, but now with the siege versus siege on the right here with Vaneth, Estraba running in could just be that turning point that they need, and Vaneth could die very hard here.
Yeah, this
On the left, Han Solo's going in, but French Kiddo does have more army at home.
Clemens needs to get his ass over here. He needs to help Vaneth stay alive here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vaneth should quickly wall in all of his stuff because there's only going to be room for 15 vills in this TC.
Yeah, this dive is
I think he's not
huge.
doing that. I think this. I think HB has an opportunity to do a lot of damage.
He's running some vills. But meanwhile, Clemens is absolutely idling Estraba at home. Those camels broke through that weak stable. And the French
they got
Kiddo lost a
everywhere.
lot of vills as well. this is such a close game right now because Faneth is dying, but at the same time, French Kiddo and Estraba have a lot of pressure on them. And Spencer, if you could just switch your capture H to the Eco KDs, I'm really curious to see what all the players are at Eco KD wise, because there have been so many raids this game. And it
So
does look-
they got Faneth down to 28 fills, and it's still going down. Meanwhile, Clemens is sitting at 73, Ansvolo has 70, and so do HB and French Kiddo. So that side is even, but Faneth is just 30 fills behind Meisel at this point.
It's insane.
Yeah, the forward TC is paying off. He's mining the gold.
Yeah.
So it looks like HB's eco has recovered for the most part at home.
Yep.
And we've seen HB in this position many times, like Meisel letting his army get to HB and French Kiddo, but yeah, he wasn't dead in the previous sets. I think they will.
Oh man, Meisel is trapped in Clemens' base here. This is gonna be rough.
Yeah, I think going to the pocket this late, maybe not the greatest call.
I think it's okay to go, but don't dive in like that.
I think the timing French Kiddo had was clear success going to pocket. I think this might not be it. Well, he got cleared. Talking in hindsight here, but
Yeah.
in a fight like this, it's gonna come down to whether Imperial Camel will be good or bad in late game. That's what this matchup is gonna come down to.
Yeah.
So losing a lot of military numbers to hit pocket this late into the game, where there's gonna be TCs everywhere, it's maybe not the best call.
And Estraba now with those 4 TCs running most vills in the game, he is pretty heavy on stone to go for his castle for Farimba. Oh, Hansuolo here on the left with French Kiddo. That's going to be a clean if French Kiddo can't get out. Hansuolo got his army around for that hill advantage. And
Yeah, that's some great positioning. And I love this. He's just stand ground patrolling in with one group, and he's microing the others.
Yep.
Like, he is not playing around. He doesn't want to do the micro dancing bullshit. He knows that he has a better position.
Yeah.
But yeah, they really need Hansuolo to carry this, because it's not looking too hot on the other side.
No, Faneth's TC is going down here. He tried to send some vills to repair, but Meisel sent in his Expo.
And Faneth is still getting raided by HB. Like, he still has to wall up his shit at home. And
French Kiddo here in Imp. Those Arbs will be able to kill a lot of crossbow if Hansuolo is not careful, because he left them on stand ground. And they called it?
I think they called it. They just called it. I think it's another premature GG, because Faneth's base is completely gone. When French Kiddo hit Imp, it was pretty clear that Hansuolo is not gonna do a whole lot here. I think this was very well played by Meisel. I think HB again did a pretty terrific job at keeping stuff alive at home. Like, surely he takes a hit. He was idled a lot, but he never lost a ton of fills.
Nope.
With the exception of this one time when these camels got into the back of his base. But if you lose 5 fills due to a raid like that, then you can easily recover from that.
Meisel having 3 relics there as well.
Meisel just had fun this game. I think we will see a very try-hard Faneth in the next game.
Potentially, yeah. And anything to add, Spencer?
I think Cheap just made a good point. Faneth is not gonna like what just happened. I think he's gonna come out swinging hard, wanting to get a bounce back after that game. Also, just a reminder, there are spy cams available.
Oh yeah.
I've forgotten before. You guys just
How about you just be in charge of them this time since you're not talking much? And just
Okay.
like cut us off and say like we're gonna go to a spy cam.
so if you guys
Yeah, I
keep,
think that would be better. I'm just
It's-
getting so focused on the game. There's so much shit
Same here.
happening.
it's kind of hard
And
to actually.
I'm also trying to capture the right things at the right moments,
Yeah.
right? Because there's gonna be action on both sides in a 3v3.
I think this game there was so much going on too. Like it was fine. There was stuff happening everywhere. And you usually want Finnith to be your heavy hitter on Icelandic Seal Clubbers, but he kind of got zeroed that game, and it was more on Sean or Hans Wolo. And I don't think you're going to win when your best guy goes down like that. The 2 Vills early really hurt him. The Drush.
Yeah, and I think this was like in terms of RNG, the position the players spawned in. I think this is the most interesting matchup because you get like Hans Volo versus French Kiddo on this side, and you get Vaneth versus Meisel on this side.
Right, and I think if...
So maybe we will see that in the next game as well. Maybe we won't, and it's gonna be more like a red race where Vaneth's objective is to dismantle Hans Volo as quick as he can. And Meisel will have to do the same thing respectively for his flank. And maybe that's how the game swings back, but yeah, who knows?
I also think French Kiddo has to be punished there for like the late ranges. If Hans Wolo goes forward a little earlier. He definitely got he got away with it, I would say. Gonna update the civs. I think that was great too. I liked you two casting together and me just... It's almost easier to cameraman if you're not talking at the same time.
Yeah,
So-
less to focus on.
So
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that you're looking at the stuff that we bring up.
I am, and
quick enough.
I was looking at
Yeah.
stuff you guys weren't noticing too. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to pan to that also, but if it was something really big, must see, I was looking at it.
I think most of our focus was on the right side because Hans Volo played pretty passively this game.
He
I
did.
wish he played more aggressive in the early game because his build, everything up until like mid feudal age was just clearly stacked in his favor.
Yeah, that's like the best you could get from Meisel
So
right there.
if they would have had better communication, then maybe Hans Volo would have known that like the pocket is on the other side. So he's like in a 1v1 temporarily.
Do you guys know how much Fanith plays Chinese? Because I know the Drush interrupted his build order, how he'd like to do it, but still, his build was very rough early feudal.
He likes Chinese, and I know he plays them a lot.
Interesting.
He had a super high amount of idle time. Like, the few Vills that
Yeah.
died, the idle time was much worse than Vills that died on top of it. And that's what usually happens, I guess, when you lose them early. You have to keep your ranges going, and you have to kind of idle to do that.
And at one point there, he was only 4 on berries, and he had no food in the bank.
And the forward TC by Meisel, wasn't that built with a single Vill?
It
Was
was.
built with a single Vil. Yeah, that's really funny.
That's a
and he
flex.
actually managed to like make some Vils out of that and mine some of your enemies' gold, which I always think is very underrated. Like
He
Yeah.
did it too
be able
when...
to take your enemy's gold, that hurts.
Yeah, they
It's
were
just
clear
gold
at...
that he will not have.
They were clear at pocket when that happened too. And I agree also, the camels, I don't like them here. I haven't liked them this tournament for the most part. It seems like camels have done terrible because there's 2 archer civs and 1 cav civ. So most of the time there's a lot more archers, and you almost need the knights.
Yeah.
What I thought was really nice from HB is to like make knights anyway, because the knights forward they got to raid like Vaneth's eco. While if he would have just like made camels right off the bat, he wouldn't have had any knights to like actually raid eco like that.
Right.
Like Clemens raided HB at about the same time, but with camels. So when the camels get occupied fighting other camels, taking TC fire, taking all kinds of damage, they just die very quickly.
I think another thing that hurt, Han Solo had a hole early on that French Kudo ran right in, and he had like another hole later. Like, he got hurt by holes. He would have been a lot better off than he was.
He should get into a habit of like placing every building, just touching the other building.
Yeah, I think he had a chance to actually
Because,
carry for his team, not for the holes.
Holes are fucking ruthless in this game. Like, there's so many games that were won or lost because of a hole, and sometimes the holes can be very deceiving, like almost non-existent.
Once again, thanks for the happy birthday shout-outs, everybody. Thanks, MTE.
Yeah, and
I'm going to AFK for like 2 minutes, get myself a coffee, and hopefully be right back in time for the next game.
Okay, what were you saying, Rob?
Just gonna say, I saw somebody in chat earlier tell us to sing to you, but I don't wanna. I don't want to hurt their ears with my singing.
Yeah, we might lose half the viewers. Just kidding. This is funny. Titanic Lord, we are taking a 5-minute break to regain our sanity, then we play. And it looks like Fenneth just said we are ready. I guess if we want to do spy cams, I'll just chime in. Say, okay, let's listen in. And then you guys just undeafen the stream if you have it open. And we can like listen for a sec and then...
Sounds good to me. I honestly not expect Meisel to dominate Fanneth in a 1v1 sense, though, like he did.
That was total domination. He even did it to Tap last week. I know it wasn't Tap's best game. The maps, let's look back at the maps. It wasn't like Tap's best game, but we continue to see Meisel go against harder opponents and win. Not just like hang, not just like die slowly, like he keeps winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the home map for the gentlemen's, or not the gentlemen's, Icelandic Seal Clubbers is not Socotra. Arabia for 2.5 Militia. Now you can pick either home map, so it's probably gonna be not Socotra, but they could choose Arabia if maybe that's what they wanted to play all along. To be determined. Either way, you have to win them both when you're down 1.
Yeah.
What value you get out of Meisel though at B tier? He's killing S tiers. He's killing A tiers. He was amazing last tournament.
He is probably one of the most underrated players, I think, going into this tournament.
I agree. And at B tier, it's just massive value.
Yes.
People hate on the Drush. Look what the Drush just did. It may be a big reason why they won that game. I think it was.
That Drush, did they kill 2 Vils or was it 3?
I think
and
it
Vils
was...
aside, there's a lot of idle time.
Yeah, the idle time, I think it was 2. Like the scouts actually picked them off.
The scouts finished them off.
It set it up for sure. Looks like they're still in the lobby. Oh, MVP. Before we forget, wow. Let's get the MVP votes out there. Was it ESG Bay, ASG Eschiba, Meisel, or French Kiddo? Thank you, Dev. Completely spaced that. Let's do a 2-minute poll.
Dev, take it easy on him. It's his birthday.
I know, Dev, you're complaining a lot. Where's the casters? Why are they late? I can't control if the players are a little bit late to the match.
Hey, why
thank
are
you.
the casters late? Because they got notified 5 minutes before the match.
I am glad you reminded me on the poll though, Dev. Thank you. And you know what? I used to plan the casters in advance, and so many times, like 90% of the time, I feel like they don't actually show up. So it's like, screw it, I just grab them right before the match now. And it seems to consistently work. Rarely am I in there by myself for a little bit. And game is up. By the way, we are going to add one of the awards for the season at the end. Favorite co-caster. So who you guys like the most out of all these guest casters? Okay, game is up. I'll just hang with you till Cheap's here.
Sounds good.
Now, was there... Okay, there was a lame. Vaneth got his lame. Was there any other lames?
He did.
Doesn't look like it. And did he lame? ESJB? I think he did. Let me look back
He
at the
must
log.
have.
Or,
He
Yes,
must
he
have.
did.
No, Meisel has the 2, yeah.
yeah. That's huge. I want to listen in. We didn't do any spy cam last game. I'm gonna listen into Venice squad.
For sure.
Meisel with the MVP. No surprise there. I need to put that on a little list I have also. Real quick.
Kiddo under my TC. Oh fuck. My freaking sheep.
So they're not saying much.
What do you mean?
Holy crap, that
Kiddo
was
sent me
close.
my sheep back.
With the French kiddo.
Really?
They actually gave him
Yes.
back.
Let's just be
Yeah.
Yes. Very much.
He's
And
trying
he's
to
blaming my boar.
Told you.
Wait, he's letting me go.
That
Let me
is
see if I
so
can-
cheeky.
He
lost his
does.
He
scout
loses
trying
it.
to do it.
Good job.
Really don't like this map.
That's
I
what
would
you
like
get,
Kiddo to
French
be more
kiddo.
happy than he is right now.
Oh my
no.
gosh!
He robbed my
Hansrolo has
scouting.
lost his scout into the woodline of the French
And
kiddo.
There's another
And he
lane.
has pulled him in.
There's another lane going on the right with Esteba and Feneth. This is just
Oh, yeah.
chaos.
He's getting the boar right back. Or Rhino, I suppose I should say in
We
this
did
case.
practice this map, though.
Now, if you're Estreba, do you just
Yeah,
bring
I
it to
hated it.
Meisel? Because
Maybe so. I'm gonna switch the spy cams to the other team.
yep, I think he's just giving it to Meisel.
Oh no, they don't let
Still
me.
on him.
I just bring it home, fuck it.
Yeah, bring to your home.
Meisel takes the scout off, and Estreba will be able to bring that all the way home.
So they neutralized each other on the lames. It's a 1-for-1.
That's interesting. That's funny.
Yeah,
There
and
he
you did
is.
miss it cheap, I think,
You
but
can play
the
this
French
game.
kiddo did lose his scout attempting to lane.
I
Yes.
just missed that. But yeah, I've played a few games with French Kiddo.
Hans Waldo got his scout walled in.
That will probably be
Yeah. That's what I was
you were
saying earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell
Wow.
you have Liam. Good.
Yeah, of course I have room. I know my opponent, man.
I'm gonna let you guys
Clemens
take
here
over.
was
I'm
trying to get a Vil snipe. Meisel with the drush.
Is he gonna find damage this time?
Looks like not as much as before.
I think if Meisel scouted the woodline earlier,
Yeah.
I'm
Vaneth
pretty
was
sure
already
Vaneth
scared.
was looking at that the entire. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
but he's in on the
Oh.
gold. If he can get the rest of it there, the drush will have some value.
Yeah, but again, the gold is very close to the TC. So
Yeah, but the idle time
Can
alone
fight a
will be
bit.
worth some.
as long as he doesn't lose any vills here, I think it's gonna be fine because Drush is also kind of expensive. Like on maps where you don't like spawn right in each other's base, you rarely ever see a Drush.
Yeah.
Like maybe not in this set, but because of people like Meisel. But
And Meisel is
Generally
not taking any gold, so he will not be going for men-at-arms, which I'm honestly a little surprised at with Goths. I feel like men-at-arms would be... Oh! Speaking of men-at-arms, Estraba is in with the Bulgarian men-at-arms.
that's really funny. And Fenneth thought it was over. Fenneth, like the Drush is almost dead now, but here come the man-at-arms. But they're investing a lot on killing Fenneth here. I don't think they have killed a single Vil yet.
It looks like...
How about
Fenneth
the TC
has
idle time?
lost
Only
one
15 seconds of TC idle time
unit.
by Fenneth.
Yeah, Fanneth has just lost his scout. On the left side, it looks like they're just playing Arabia. Like, even with the map being so close, like, they're just hanging out. I just hope that the French kiddo sends an archer to kill Han Solo's scouts sooner rather than later, because if he forgets it's there and it gets out, it could
be
get
really
some...
annoying. Could be really annoying.
Clemens is finished up those militia from Meisel. Oh, but Meisel's making more. Meisel is going up late.
Yeah, Meisel's not thinking about the next stage.
Not at all.
He's adding a range.
Fanneth doesn't see this. And Meisel is getting men-at-arms in perfect timing to hit that wood line almost. There's a weak Vil there. Men-at-arms in. This is a disaster for Fanneth. Another Vil goes down. And the golds are so close to the TC, but the wood is not. Meisel with the range of his own, he is opting for archers. Oh, and Meisel, he's just going to go to Clemens. Now, what happened to the French kiddo? He is no military compared to Han Solo, and Han Solo is working on taking down that range.
Yeah, this is very nice for the Saracens. Like once you're ahead and you take a good position like this, you don't really have to get off the hill. Like you're doing enough damage as is. Especially if you're like more of a low APM or low elo legend. Like Saracens can be super strong because if your build is okay or better than your opponent, you can just walk up to a hill and attack his range. Really fine.
The French kiddo is... His army control is not on point here. He has lost a few archers now out of that range, and he's just going forward. He's just going to let that range go down.
I think just forgetting about the range is probably the right call here.
I think that could do a lot of damage to him. He does not have the resources to replace that range.
I don't
now
think...
Han Solo is just going to... His archer numbers are going to outmatch him so fast.
That's right, but French kiddo is in on the pocket. He's going to the pocket. He's doing it. Now he's playing Catch Me If You Can with Han Solo over here. And in the meantime...
Clemens is bringing his scouts back to deal with him right away.
Yeah. This team... They have to defend against this now, which is bad news for Fanneth, because he's under a lot of pressure here, and he won't have his pocket for the next few minutes, I suppose. Like after this, HEB is just going to be ahead in scouts.
Oh yeah. And it does look like, though, that this is what I was saying with Spencer before with the Civ drafts, that the Khmer were the home pick for this map for the scouts for that food bonus.
Okay, so the armies are making their way over to the wood line. This could be really dangerous for Fanath.
Fanath
So
has just, his base has been a war zone this game.
I'm gonna chime in. Sean was at pocket. I really wish he would have just cleared that army and then helped on the right. When you're already that far, like why not come clean all this up?
That is a good point. I do really like how Meisel has added in a few spears here and there. The French kiddo, is he at his PC this game? Like honestly, this is such a rough performance from the French kiddo. I'm not sure what's happened to him.
And that's what I mean. He's so dead and behind. You could just go kill Meisel right now with Sean's archer numbers or Titanic Lords.
So what I would love to see from Hans Swallow here is to just do as much damage with the army lead you have now, and make market decastlage way before the enemy pocket can be, because he is kind of in a carry position here. He can actually get a lot done with this advantage on his side, and they need something that pays off quick, because Fanath is in the process of dying here.
And Estrella is not letting up. Estrella
is not giving him the scout lead back. Well, he stopped making scouts now for the castle time, but it's already so much damage done on this side.
Well, Estrella will be in a lot of trouble here if he decides to take the archers over to him.
Believe it or not, Meisel has the biggest eco so far. Like he's the most filled.
He does.
Yeah, followed by Clemens, and then followed by Hans Swallow.
Han Swallow here really needs to hit Estrella. He's just dancing in the French kiddo's base, and
yeah, he needs to come up with an idea to get a lot of value out of his position now.
Looks like Fanath's space is finally cleared.
It is cleared, but I think only because HB thinks it's better to go Castle Age now, which I think is maybe the right call, because like I said, like how much more damage do you want to do? Like,
yeah,
I think Fanath is like is almost like 8 to 10 minutes away from Castle Age, and he's not gonna get
a little
slung
bit
back
less
into the
because
game.
of his melee bonus, but yeah, he is far away from it.
He's very far away from Castle Age. It's not looking great. I think
Meisel here sending skirms over to the other side before Hen Swallow can do any more damage is huge. Oh my gosh, look at Estraba's resources. He is about to just flood Knights, and he has a market up too to sell.
I think Hans Swallow is a lot of danger here. He's getting chased out by army of skirms. Yeah, this is why like going Castle Age is so huge. This is also why I thought that that if Hans Swallow just can get Castle Age like before HB, then he can do so much damage. But now HB is up before him, and he has to retreat, and both flanks are making skirms and are getting away with it. But yeah, Fanath is stabilizing quick actually. With some market abuse, he just sold some stuff. He's actually almost ready to pick up, which I didn't see happening. But
yeah, he clicked up. And with melee, he'll actually hit Castle here very soon. He might even hit Castle before Meisel does.
That's interesting.
That's very
Meisel
well done
is
from
committing
Fanath
hard
to
to the crossbow play now. He's He's already working on 3 TCs.
3 ranges?
Yeah, he's sorry, 3 ranges, of course. He's not
Sorry,
looking
I
to
was
buy
looking around
castle
like you got
anytime
TCs.
soon. So I think up until this point, like the Goth pick made a lot of sense. But yeah, what do you do in the mid game? Like there's no stone. You can barely buy yourself a castle.
I think the mid game is still okay as long as that early game you've got an elite with, which he has done.
And for those wondering in chat, you start with 20 stone on this map, and you can't mine any. There's no stone to mine.
Estraba's night numbers are already just climbing. And he's actually opted to buy a TC. So Estraba here is going to have an insane eco compared to everybody else within 5 to 10 minutes.
Han Solo, in the meantime, letting French Kiddo get away with like staying in feudal age for this long. He is over in Fanna space to help, but he let go of any pressure of French Kiddo.
Yeah.
Even though he was like an age up and has like all the upgrades and stuff. It's a little bit of a shame.
He does have big numbers with Saracens. I'd like to see that do something.
Yeah, the question now is like, how long does it take for Faneth to get back into this game? Up until this point, he's doing amazing, but
Maisel adding Siege Workshop. This could be so bad for Faneth.
Faneth did not research crossbowmen yet. I think that's a mistake. Like, I don't think that's intended by him. Yeah, he just queued it up now, but these are few late archers.
Yeah, they
Not
did
dealing a lot.
Bodkin though, which it honestly
With
looks
Bodkin.
hilarious to me. Feudal Age archers shooting that far.
It's actually pretty deadly.
It is.
Oh, and I'm now. This is actually a great fight for Icelandic Seal Clubbers.
It really is.
These skirms are useless now. They're gonna get cleared because Clevens kind of has a military lead back.
Yep. Estraba though, that Vil count is climbing fast.
Yeah, he's the only
He
one
actually,
that managed to like add a second TC and actually get ahead of everyone.
Estraba needs to unqueue some of those Vils, sell a little bit of food, and get some more knights. It looks like that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, that's exactly what he just did.
Right now, Clemens with the Khmer Eco is outproducing him.
So in the meantime, French Kiddo is making skirms for dear life, but he has some waypoint issues. A lot of skirms are dying here for free. So I think Han Solo might be able to push French Kiddo very hard shortly.
French Kiddo's KD says it all this game, I think. He just hasn't been able to find a good footing yet.
I would love to see some more market abuse from Han Solo because he kind of has rest to go in if he wants to.
French
And as
Kiddo has
opponent
bought a
is-
castle.
French Kiddo actually bought a castle. Okay, let's look at that.
Wow.
The fields are coming forward. Is Han Solo gonna see this? Is the Mangonel gonna be enough to stop this? I think
Maisel has
he
bought a
goes
TC.
back immediately.
Estraba's here
Okay,
with some
so-
knights, though. And he does have
HB
quite a
is here
few
to help
bills
with
on
some
that
knights.
castle. That castle is going up.
That
I
is
do not
insane.
see it getting
Okay,
denied.
so I think it's a great call by French Kiddo to send this many vills because
Yes.
Wow, that is a slam
that's
dunk.
great.
Yep. In an all or nothing play, you need to make it all or nothing.
I think Han Solo can actually market abuse himself to Imp right now. And hopefully he can get this cleared by making bombards or rams or something.
Yes, I was going to say
But right now he
Saracens-
needs to find somewhere to go with his army. And it's probably not going to be... it's not going to be easy staying alive against this push and just defending with your reinforcements. So he needs to split up his army.
It looks like on the right here, Estraba and Maisel are under some pressure. Maisel going for some fully upgraded knights of his own. He is tech switched into knights. Or no, sorry, he has monks to convert. That's my mistake.
Yeah, he's making the monks. He's making the siege. I think Meisel's having a great game here.
I think.
Yep, and he has the second TC as well.
And Hanswella needs help with the skirms. He needs a rotation of a few knights.
I think a castle like this is kind of Hans Volo's kryptonite.
Yes.
'Cause he hasn't gotten anything done after this castle went up. Like there's still vills idle in his TC, huddled underneath the TC. Siege workshop is being built by 2 vills, getting the knight.
Does look like knights
Hans
are gonna
Volo is
clear the
full idle
skirms.
now, and all he needs is some res, so he can market abuse. But even that is not happening. Clemens is here to clean this up. I think it's a bit interesting that French Kiddo just has skirms, no crossbows in here. But
That's why I think you almost go and kill Meisel with the 3 of them after those skirms are cleared. Like, why not just hit Meisel with Saracen archers? Maybe that's what
I
they're
don't think the
planning.
skirms will get cleared now. He can just run back to the castle.
Hans Swallow is starting to mass some rams in that siege workshop right beside the castle.
Right.
That is beautiful. If they get some good timing on that, like have the pocket help him out when this goes down. Yeah, French Kiddo's plan might just fall apart. French Kiddo bought himself another castle, guys. He has enough stone for
What?
another castle. Yeah, he just did it. I just saw him do it.
And he is going to castle
I was
right by
looking at-
Clemens.
I don't know if this
He's
one's gonna
going
go
for
up.
another one.
Clemens is very close to being able to intercept that.
Clemens
if he
should
wants.
stay on these skirms as much as he can because
And
there's a
Estraba
bit
in
of land
trouble.
control.
I'm gonna spy cam Clemens' team during this.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, at least we're in pocket base.
Don't feel like we can really push here. That's the problem.
Oh my gosh, how is he affording these castles? He's dropping a castle on you. I don't think I can stop that. At least it's a useless. Oh, it's not a useless castle.
Oh, I needed it. Fuck, no, but a bit earlier.
Unless you go into deep.
Yeah, but we're killing the economy, which is something, and I'm getting castle
Look at
dropped
the
by
space.
Florian.
Big fight.
It takes one of my goals away.
Well,
The Rams are out.
Is the spy cam still on?
Yeah, it is. I can mute it.
Arumi's being made to kill the rams. Honestly,
Are
Arumi's
4
with
rams
that
enough?
charge
I
attack.
don't think 4 rams are enough. I think he needs help. He needs to get help
Yeah,
from
the
pocket.
Roomies.
The rams are going down.
Oh, he's
That's,
not gonna kill it.
That's a ton of wasted res.
4 rams was not enough, but at the same time, the castle is killing the siege workshop, so he was on a time limit there.
ESJB
That
is
is
down
correct.
to 65 vills too.
Yes.
I think the 4 rams would have been enough if he had some kind of support here.
I don't
because
like.
villagers could take down the rams. Your roomies are not supposed to like tank a bunch of shots. They could have died to anything.
I
But,
feel like he hasn't got enough help this game. Hans Swallow has played really well, but he hasn't got any help.
Well,
like he had knights
when
on
this
him
was
earlier.
going on, there was like a huge fight going on in HP's base. But
Yeah, and then even with the extra TCs from Meisel and SGB,
Fanet
I
is
mean,
getting a bit of
Hanswell
revenge
does
here with
have-
his forward archers.
the Vil counts
Yeah.
are
Ooh,
so
the
close.
Mangonel.
And he lost everything to a Mangonel. Okay. Well, the score is dead even. None of the players are up to imp. Like Fanet took a huge hit earlier, and now Hans Volo is taking quite a beating as well.
They need bombards. Did they
And
get?
Hans Swallow has bought himself another
Yeah.
TC.
I don't think this is the right moment to boom. I think this is the moment you just use your rest to get to imp. He's preparing for another ram push.
I think
Estraba is
bombards are the way.
just-
Feneth is up to imp. Do Malay get bombards?
Yes, they do.
Okay, that could be huge.
So they're trying to break in on the Meisel here. Meisel's defending with his monks, with his skirms.
I gotta take a call.
Now that French
here,
Kiddo is here,
guys.
like
Sorry. I'll be
it's
back.
getting
when
a
I
bit
can
more
be.
complicated.
Okay. A lot of their army numbers for 2.5 militia are skirms also. Like the gold value difference, actually the gold is dead even on the two armies. And French Kiddo is living in between these two bases. He's making siege workshops. It's gonna be bad news for him when Finnith gets up. But Finnith also can't just go kill those right away. Looks like neither pocket will ever be up.
French Kiddo is trying to like raid as much as he can on Clemens. I think it's a good call, but he needs to make sure that his army stays alive. He can't just keep tossing an army like this. The idea is great, but he needs to run back to his castle.
I'm curious what his KD is this game. 71 and 87.
So Faneth is getting his first imp upgrade just now. These are crossbows with Razor, and yeah, they already deal a ton more damage to these knights.
They can shred the skirms once they get some chemistry.
They're cleaning up a lot of purple skirms here, I think.
Even, yeah, without it.
I think French Kiddo might have not have had the APM to keep both armies alive. I think they're giving the Icelandic Steel Clovers way back into this game.
And Hunting made a good comment. French Kiddo went from hero to zero this game. Kinda did.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I remember like early on in the game where he went like with a few archers to Clemens and got a lot of damage. But then immediately after he had like no plan to like keep his own ass safe. Like he lost the range and then he never added the second range. He fell behind in numbers, so I think that could be said for like 2 plays this game.
Yeah, and the scary thing is Feneth is imp, but he only has 12 bracer crossbows. This could be the end.
This is all in Castle Age from HGP here. They're really pushing here to kill with all the siege, with the long swords. Meisel. I went to Meisel's perspective. I selected all units, and we're seeing crossbows, spears, long swords,
Meisel
and
army.
monks. This is a complete AI army.
And he's Goths.
And he's Goths. He can actually do stuff with infantry now. That's really scary. I think it's almost over here. They swung it back completely.
They did. Chemistry is in for Feneth. He can make bombards. I don't even know if he has a siege workshop.
It just looks like French Kiddo is completely ignoring Hans Volo now.
Yeah,
Okay,
what an
Hans Volo
impact.
just released the rams. This is the second ram push. I kind of fear for the worst because French Kiddo, like, he actually has a melee unit now.
Yeah, and as Element pointed out, ESJB is going to go imp right now. He's just shy of the gold. He'll have it. Or he's buying something. GG is called. I guess it doesn't matter.
I think... oh, we never got to see the ram push. The second ram push.
Oh, were
But,
they still... They were going now.
Look, they're still on their way to the castle, but honestly, when I saw Hans Volo make this second siege workshop with rams, I thought like, okay, this is never gonna happen. Like he is the market abusive. Like as long as he can get access to any resource, he should be able to get up to imp. And if he did, then these castles wouldn't have been nearly as much of a problem,
Right,
if at
and
all.
I feel like Hans Volo actually played so well. You get that kind of performance out of him. This team can do really good, but Feneth, I feel like, sort of dropped the ball today, and Meisel also played really well. But if Feneth plays like
Meisel
that, I don't see this team
exceeded
having a chance.
expectations by a large amount in the first game. Like nobody would have guessed that Meisel would be like 10 fills up on Feneth when we're talking about like less than 45 fills total, right?
Yeah.
I mean not total, but like when most people are about that villager range.
I'm gonna put the
We're getting a GG from French Kiddo.
Putting the vote in. And I have to say, like, the play of the game was French Kiddo buying that castle. And then the later one in between the pocket and the flank. That's just
That was pretty crazy.
so annoying. Like, I would be shocked if French Kiddo doesn't get MVP here for that play alone. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was a very risky play. However, like when he bought that castle, he had like no idea whether it would go up or not. So he sent a ton of vills, which is kind of the right call. But yeah,
And
he didn't really know about the siege workshop. He didn't really know about the army position of Hans Volo. But I guess he took a risk, and it paid off big time this game, because after that castle went up, like Hans Volo did not recover for a very long time, even though he's Saracens. But
right. I would have actually liked to see maybe Han Solo and Clemens work together more this game, because Feneth was so out of it, and like he was sending everything that way, probably to help keep him alive. But I think their two armies, when there was the skirms around, they could have done a lot. They could have really hurt French Kiddo. They could have hurt Esjaba.
I think
Show kill stats, yes.
I'm not sure who's voting, but I just want to bring up that HGB, he went for double stable, triple stable, and then a TC very shortly after, while Clemens was not doing that. So HGB got ahead in eco compared to everybody in this lobby.
Clemens
So,
did kill a lot. I will say that.
I would argue Maisel had a good game, but I think HGB carried this one. But I'm not voting right now. But,
yeah. Yeah, when it comes to overall performance.
Oh, I
I'd
think
agree.
HGB just out macroing. Clemens was great.
He did that last week too.
And he did that after having such a great feudal age over in Vanet space. I think if HB didn't if he didn't keep his stable going like non-stop, macroing behind it, then they might have lost his position in Vanet space way earlier, and maybe the game would have looked very different. But after the militia or the man-at-arms, he was very quick on like making scouts. And after one fight, he was also ahead in scouts.
And the damage from the Drush was massive. If you saw
I
his
would argue
wood,
like the Drush this game was dealt with very nicely, but just about when the Drush was over, Vanna still couldn't quite recover, because that's when HB's Man-at-Arms showed up, right?
yes.
Man-at-Arms, yeah, you can't really fight Man-at-Arms.
That made it worse, but while he did kind of handle it, he had a ton on gold during that. He had 3 on wood the whole time, a lot which were idle. So when he actually hit feudal, he had no wood to make a range for a while. We finally saw his first range late, and then I don't remember when the second one even went up. Congrats to French Kiddo on the MVP, by the way.
So according to my knowledge, we've only seen like Pocket, Man-at-Arms in the scouts 3 times this game of this tournament. So yeah, I was pretty surprised that he like went for that, and Bulgarians is kind of the perfect civ to do that with.
You guys probably already touched on it, but those 2 castles denied 4 golds, which is huge on this map.
But the castles were fucking insane. The first castle was a little risky, but the second castle was like, yeah, he was just pure disrespect, because he was completely ignoring Hans Volo at that point.
They have no gold.
They had no gold. He hasn't seen any army. The army was all the way over here. Like French Kiddo felt like, okay, well, if you're gonna send your army all the way over there, I'm gonna castle drop. I guess that's a really good call.
Right. I think they might have even like maybe boomed a little too much. Maybe if Titanic or Han Solo tries for a quicker imp, that could help. I don't think he played bad. I think he didn't get a lot of help. And when your best player gets shut down like that, it's hard to win. I love the strat too. I was wondering why the Bulgarians so early. They really wanted to do Goths Bulgarians here. I think they had it planned, because the men-at-arms don't have to go that far from pocket. So nice strategy from 2.5 Militia. And we can do the interview also. So let's go do a winner's interview. We're going to 2.5 Militia.
They
Oh.
talk about the interview.
Hello.
What's
Hello.
up, guys? Let me see.
Hello.
Okay, they can get in.
Hello, hello. Oh, what?
GG, well
Yo, what's up?
played.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
GG.
I want to
GG.
start with those castle drops from Florian or French Kiddo.
Yeah.
That was insane. That was game winning. The
Yeah.
people loved it. I don't even know how you had all the res to buy that. Maybe that's
Gold.
what you were saving with the. I don't know. That was crazy.
Yeah. I think it was just a game change because like it avoids them to take at least I don't know 3,000 gold, especially from Han Solo. So he's obliged to go for a skirmisher. Then they have one player down, and I can push Clemens a little bit, or at least distract him. Yeah, but it requires a lot of gold to do this. Like the price of the stone was at, if I remember,
Not just
300.
1, 2.
Yes, yeah. Sure.
And you denied 4 piles with those 2 castles. Han Solo had no gold, and Clemens had no gold. Like that was literally all they had, and you denied both.
We are lucky that their gold are placed in the front also.
And then
It's not something I will do.
Maisel, it seemed like
Yeah.
you did amazing both games. Your drushes, the follow-up. Like you outplayed Finnith in both these games, I would say.
Yeah, if we lose, it was my drush. If we win, it was also my drush.
Sure.
But I want to talk about something else. I got overthrown. I was the team captain.
Oh no,
I'm
Mason.
10 years
Ooh.
older than these guys, and they overthrow me. They said like I'm not allowed to make the draft and things.
I
Yes,
thought you
but
were drafting.
no,
Yeah.
but
No, he didn't make a Civ draft.
It
Eric,
looked like
can you
Maisel
explain?
picks very early. We just thought.
Why pick
Yeah,
off
we
early?
picked good Civs for myself, but we were annoyed from him from last game when he completely when he in some instances missed some of our picks, like Hans for example. We didn't ask for last game and so on, but
So
I think we drafted well still.
even though he wasn't in control of the draft, it looks like it was still his picks very early. Kind of funny.
Yeah, he needs his Civ still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, Maisel played super well. Like he destroyed every time his side, and I feel like
Was
the
the
dress
game
is worth
close?
it
I don't know. You
every
guys
time.
from your perspective, was the game close or how was it? Because of course we are just in game, we are not realizing how close the game is.
This game seemed much closer than the first from my point of view. The first one, after you guys had dived in on Fanith, it was over from there. And especially we were talking about the camel pick from Clemens, that there is no way in the 3v3 that the camels would really be able to make more of an impact than the knights in game 1. But this one in game 2, I was a little bit worried for Estraba when he took all of that eco damage, because that basically negated the second TC he had put down. Bill-wise.
But it was 3 people on me, like all of them, and they all lost their armies. So I think that was a good trade for me in the end, since they lost 2 masses of crossbows and almost 1 full mass of knights. I don't think it was that bad, was it? Like military-wise, we
Yeah, looking
got
at it
ahead
like
after.
that, they were pretty stalled out army-wise after that.
Yeah.
It seemed.
Yeah, and I was still like alive, I had 2 TCs and Vills, so I didn't mind that too much.
Yeah,
I
I
think it
was
was
only
like,
worried because
as
of
long as-
Clemens' night production.
We were just looking at the field counts, and like you were like way ahead of everybody else. So we thought that the game was in you guys' favor, but Fanith's in timing and some stuff made us a little worried because those
Yeah.
happened like in the very last few moments of the game, you could say.
Yeah, I was also just about to click in,
But
I
it
didn't
turned
have
out that
buildings.
Fanith had a great imp time, but he wasn't really able to get in any of his any of his Imperial Age attacks. Like we had Bracer, Bracer crossbow, and we've seen Botkin Archer.
Mm.
He was a little bit slow to the upgrades, but I can't blame him for him because like he has been pressured all game.
Yeah, definitely.
He didn't have his best day. Speaking of Finith, is it-
Probably it was greedy of him to go imp though when being pushed so hard.
And also earlier on in this game with Florian, the French kiddo there, that tower on your wood line absolutely saved you 100%.
Yeah, sure. When
That
I
tower-
saw like
without
20
that tower,
matchups, yeah,
You would have just died.
Yes.
yeah, sure. Yeah, I placed multiple towers indeed.
Now, last tournament you were on a team with Finith. You guys got to face each other right away this tournament with different
Yeah.
teams. Anything you want to say to Finith?
Yeah, kind of. Let's forget our disagreements and let's improve together. Don't worry. You have lost this set, but you will lose other set, of course. Don't worry. No, he
Sounds a lot
played
like
well.
what the betrayer would say.
Yes.
You're gonna betray him a second time. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, he
You're
played
gonna make
well.
friends again, and then you're gonna like swap team anyway.
Nah, they played well, insanely well, and they just need to prioritize more their home maps. And also, we were lucky also of the map generation, the fact that I'm facing Han Solo, so Maisel can fully explain his talent against Fanets. That's part of the game also.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, GG.
Feels like Meisel hard
Okay.
counters Finith.
He out counter everyone.
Yeah, he does. Well, GG's well played, and ESJB also, your pocket play, the final game. Gonna get Imp. I don't think you had Imp at the end. I think you had the Res.
I like the building. I was making the buildings.
Okay.
I also think like Bulgarian was so smooth with man at arms and archers. You just having putting the food into man at arms felt like it was really good for power play and for feud relation, still having smooth scouts.
Right.
Yeah, that is a very good point.
Yeah, Eric saved me a lot of times.
Yeah, it looked like because of the man at arms, Clemens couldn't really do all that much to help out his buddy. And also in the game, like he didn't quite know what to do, so his scouts just stayed like on the side, like hoping it can take out like a straggler unit or like reinforcement. But
Michael Spearman also really helped to keep them alive. Like there were so many
Yeah.
times where he was coming with his scouts and I thought, oh my man at arms are dead now, good damn it. But then Michael had two spears nearby, so just ping and they came, and he couldn't take the fight so many times.
not so Kotor is also a great map to do this type of stuff on because yeah, you spawn like right next to one another.
Yeah, I loved it. That was a planned
There's
strat,
barely a pocket
I
in this
assume.
map.
Cough, 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 cough. Very planned.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds like you just winged it.
I never seen this map before. I didn't know I
Okay.
started without stone. I was preparing to add TCs to get more farm space. Notice, oh fuck, I don't have any stone for TCs.
And I wanted to go Huskars and I realized there's no stone.
Yep, 20 stone
Oh,
start.
sad.
Chat was surprised too. They were like,
Yeah, and
"What's
then
up with the
Florian
stone?"
buys all the stone, and then you see the stone price at like 250, and you think like,
He buys it before the
let's
Saracen.
make normal infantry instead.
I bought my soul, man.
It was a complete cursed game.
Well,
It was a really fun game.
The Saracen is the enemy, but Florian buys it first.
Yeah.
You guys were the opener of round 1. You won that. You guys were the opener now of round 2. You won that. Love to see it. You're 2-0. You get to just sit back again like last week and watch all the other sets. That has to be nice to just chill and enjoy TV. Congratulations to your win. Looking forward to seeing you guys in round 3. GG's. We're gonna go
Thank
back
you.
up to the
GG.
casting booth.
GG.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright,
GG.
GG.
See you.
See ya.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And I don't see my co-casters. There's a lot of channels. Maybe they're having a hard time seeing it. There's a few things I want to add. for those of you that don't know, we do have a lot of stats for this tournament. I guess I'll update the brackets first. And then we'll take a look at the stats, because there's a lot of interesting stats. There's an individual competition for the season. But let's get the brackets in first. That is not the brackets. Wait, what? And should be the brackets. Something happened with my overlay, maybe? Very strange. Almost bugged. I have no clue why the brackets are not showing. Oh, sorry, casters. Okay, okay. I didn't realize. This is all Bob's fault. I will get you guys back in here. And it's like impossible to actually drag up here. Okay, I'm gonna come down a channel. We'll meet in matchup 10. Okay, Bob made some changes, and it screwed stuff up.
Stop blaming Bob.
He
It's your
did.
server.
Stop blaming Bob.
He
Stop giving all
did.
these people admin rights if Bob is the issue.
He did. No, everything was good. I know he made a few changes and stuff. I didn't know the casting booth got screwed with until this stream. But it's fine. And then I actually couldn't drag you guys all the way up because there's like too many channels in between. So here we are in Stomp. Anyways, I don't know why my brackets, they're not showing an OBS issue. Okay, I know what we'll do. I will just share my browser. Okay, here we go. We have brackets. Gonna update them right now. So we have the first game of the round 2 Swiss stage complete. Where are they on this? 2.5 Militia. 2-0. Brackets are in. Now I want to show you guys the stats stuff we got going on. This game hasn't been updated, but all the games from last week are. First off, if you go to Summer Slapdown 2 stats on Discord, I'll show you for those that don't know. You go to player rankings and there's the ranking sheet, but there's also the stat sheet. Let's take a look at the stat sheet. So right away you can see Civ stats, rounds, map stats. There is a season competition going on. So there's KD leaderboard, eco KD, average eco kills, deaths, feudal times, the fastest, castles, and then there's points for the top 5 in all these categories, and that's ever changing. So whoever ends the top 5 will get those points. We can see right off the bat, best KD right now is Mango, 3.41. You guys can look at all that too. Eco KD, I know that's going to change. Faneth was 70-2 last week. I know he's going to be dropping way down after this game gets in because he did not have a good day. I'm sure he'll bounce back. We also have average eco kills. And then if we go to this tab, we have the actual season leaderboard. Right now Faneth is in first place, barely. How do I have position positive eco KD? Let's look at that.
The current games have not been updated. The games you just played. This is only from last week.
Yes, this is last week. I'm sure that's gonna change. And last week you did manage to have a positive eco KD even though you were getting hit pretty hard, which is still impressive. Where are you guys at, Rob? You're number 8 KD.
Yeah, the Eco KD, I didn't lose a single bill, so I think your system is just broken because both me and Dev, oh yeah, and Zumpy, I guess, as well, has not lost a bill yet.
Yes, anyone with 0 eco deaths is actually not on that leaderboard yet, because the way the equation works, because it would be an infinite number that never ends. So lose a Vil, guys, and you'll be good. No, I'm actually curious to who doesn't lose a Vil first. Dev hasn't lost a Vil, Mango hasn't, Zumpy, you, Babo, get some, and I know Sean lost, or Titanic Lord has definitely lost a Vil now, after that set. So he will be off the list.
And Faneth has lost more than one.
Yeah, Feneth, I mean, I could glimpse at the game real quick. Game just now, Feneth lost 46. So those stats can be changing for him. We also have Civ stats. So overall, we can see the best Civs from round 1. Berbers were picked 6 times, but they're only 3 and 3. Byzantines, 50%. The standout Civs.
Oh wait, Romans? Romans have been picked 5 times, lost every game. Look at that.
They've been picked 3 times. They are 0 and 3. On the flip side, Mongols have been picked 3 times, and guess what? They are 100%. So people are starting
pretty good.
to learn why we banned Mongols.
And Lithuanians are 5 and 1. Magyars 5 and 2.
Magyars, yeah, they've been drafted 10 times. They're 5 and 2. Lithuanians. What are the Ethiopians? They always do good. How are they doing?
They're 4 and 3.
They're decent. They've been drafted 10 times.
Celts have not been drafted yet.
That's interesting. They have been flat out ignored. The most bans have been Britons at 8. Then the Mongols at 7. Gurjaras have been banned quite a bit, actually. I don't think they're that scary in 3v3, honestly. We also have map stats, if you want to look at all the maps. Mostly we're going to have Donut, because it was played a lot. The other ones will fill in as the tournament goes on.
Yeah.
Koreans, 5 and 3 on Donut. They've done really well. What are Lithuanians on Donut?
5 and 1.
Did you play Lithuanians, Rob? On Donut?
I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
I might have.
Yeah, 5 and 1. So that's probably the best. Yeah, there's some 100% wins Civs, but they've only played like 1 or 2 games. These stats will go in soon too. End awards. Let's look at the season leaders now. So there is a prize pool also for the season. Season will span 2 tournaments, most likely, this tournament and another one, so it could all change next tournament, who's doing well and who isn't. But right now, first place about $20, second place 10, and third is at about 5. And you can see Feneth is in first. I know that's going to change right now when we update this stuff. Best friend, aka Dev, is in second. What grants you MVPs? So MVPs, we just voted. After each game we vote and you guys decide. Or not the players, but the fans or the viewers get to decide. I vote too. So do the casters if they want. We can all vote. Right now it's only possible to have 2 MVPs tops. Except for your team that has just played. But yeah, the whole list, it has all the players. Some players still have 0 points because their team hasn't won and they had probably not the best games. And you can see all the scoring on the right. Each game won is 2 points. MVPs are 1. If you get a bye, it's kind of like you got 2 wins. So they're worth 4 points. There's only going to be buys in the knockout stage for the 4 teams that are the top seeds after the Swiss stage. So they will get 4 points for that game they don't play. An admin win is also 4 points if your opponents can't play and you can or something. Players can't vote, right? Yeah, players cannot vote. Yes, JB. And I don't think players are thinking about that. during their match. They just want to win. MVPs today, Meisel got it for game 1. And game 2, it would have been you, but everyone loved the castles from French Kiddo so much that it made him run away with the MVP vote. Yep. But you still played really well. First place in the tournament's going to get 8 points at the end. Second will get 5. Third and fourth will tie for 2 points. There's no third place match. And then we have all these leaderboards. If you guys want to think of new ideas for end of the tournament awards, we have Spy Cam favorite, most aggressive player, most improved player. Rob, any of you guys, if you want to think of any creative things, we can still add to this. It's not like locked in. We're in the middle of creating it still.
Maybe it'd be kind of funny to award some points for the stat with the biggest discrepancy. So, like, if it's Eco KD, let's say somebody only, for the entire tournament, only killed 1 bill, but they lost 700. You know?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or like KD that's like 2,000 to 100. Like, the most impressive stat.
Just like, how did they get this wacky stat and this big of a difference? I like that.
Yeah.
I will add that to my list.
It's because Dev is better than you, Zumpy.
How does Dav have double my points yet? We've had virtually the same games. Well, we can take a look at that, Zumpy. So you're at 7 season points.
Dev is at 14.
Dev is at 14. A lot of that will have to do with the leaderboards on this page. Wait, where did they? So you go to award leaders. And if you look up here, well, where is Dev? Okay, he's getting 5 points from this one. He's getting 3 points from this one. That's 8. And I'm sure this will change as it goes on. Who's at the top here? You, Zumpy, are you getting any? I feel like you're getting a point somewhere on this. Do you have 8? I thought, or 7?
Oh, yeah. I see what Zumpy is saying because they're both at 0. So in the average eco death, Zumpy and Dev are the same. But Dev's at the top of the list. Except Zumpy, in the case of a tie, there is a tiebreaker.
There is. So it's not randomly putting Dev there. We have tiebreakers written down. Player tie, highest tier. If you're the same tier, then it goes to MVPs. If you have the same amount of MVPs, it goes to KD. If somehow KD is the same, it goes to Eco KD. The tier idea was kind of because some people were dropping tiers, and we want to benefit the people that are maybe a higher tier than someone else to break ties. And I'm not against the dropping tiers, but we're giving you a benefit for being the highest tier you can, you could say, when it comes to tiebreakers. And it's the same with MVP votes. If it's 50-50, the higher tier gets the MVP. Could have done it differently. That's just kind of what I came up with.
Alrighty, I'm taking off for now, Spencer. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for casting, Rob. I'll see you later. I'm going to wrap this up too. I was just getting that explained, but thanks for casting.
Yeah, no worries. We'll see you around.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Cheap. Also, there's definitely more to come. We'll keep you guys posted on the games. They're going to be throughout the week. But other than that, good set. And I will see you all later.